Good morning, Cottonwood. Pastor Kenneth here to share a devotional thought with you. And I want to ask you a question. Has your mind ever been divided? Have you ever felt like you're thinking about more than 2, 3, 4, or 5 things all at once? How have you felt about that? I don't think that creates a great feeling for us, and it doesn't help us to even be productive. Let me share a few thoughts with you from a story from Numbers 21, where God's people actually have been traveling on their way. They became discouraged as they traveled, and out of that discouragement, they began to complain against God and against Moses. They began to say, "Why have you brought us up out of Egypt?" And because of that complaining, the serpents that were in that area began to attack them. Their complaining actually was sin, and sin had opened up the door, and those serpents came in and began to bite them, and many of them began to die. But then the people repented, which is always the right thing to do. And in response to their repentant heart, this is what God said to Moses and what Moses actually did. In verse 8 and 9 of Numbers 21, then the Lord said to Moses, "Make a fiery serpent and set it on a pole, and it shall be that everyone who is bitten, when he looks at it, shall live." So Moses made a bronze serpent and put it on a pole. And so it was, if a serpent had bitten anyone, when he looked at the bronze serpent, he lived. And I want to draw from those few verses the fact that God immobilized that serpent on the pole. And he gave them a focal point, something to look at, besides looking at the people who were dying, besides looking at the other snakes that were slithering around trying to bite someone, besides looking at their own snake bites. He told them through Moses to look at the serpent on the pole with a steady, gazing look. And if they would do that, they would have the result of living. And today, I want to encourage you, with so many things going on in this time and in this season in our world and in your life, I want to encourage you to understand that we need to look at and focus on Jesus Christ on the cross. You say, why? Because this serpent on the pole was a type and shadow of Jesus Christ as he hung on the cross, and he died for our sins. It was through his death that we were able to live. So think about Jesus today, and you will have peace, and he will help you to experience life and that more abundantly. God bless you.